There we go. Now we're loaded in. Now I have to remember a little bit of like where all exactly we're at here. Right. Had a lot of stuff that was going on. This cow got free clearly. Maybe something else too. Since I had another lead. Maybe it was this sheep here. And I've got 3 over here, so I think it's fine for now. Time to collect a lot of paper. Who needs an automatic farm when you can grow, you know, 1,000,000 of these even faster? Just surrounding an entire island in nothing but sugarcane. That said, ooh, Nautilus shell. That said, this one area is completely cleared out now. Like this side here. I do still have a lot of flattening. That is, you know, needed. But let's see, how much sugarcane do I have? Lots. Lots and lots and lots of sugarcane. I probably could make this easier by like putting it all in one area. In fact, if I were to like put it all into one area, it would probably be best. Because then like it would all be loaded regularly. One of the issues that this has is that not all of these chunks are loaded, so they don't always grow. Another, like, good idea could also be to, like, sit down and, like, set up hoppers or something. You know, set up, like, a single area where these can grow. Set up, like, a very large farm all in one area. And then hook, like, hoppers and things in so that when they're getting broken, I'm not, like, losing them into, like, the water and stuff like I am right now. Because, like, I'm losing a little into the water. Not a lot, but a little. Granted, I think the amount that I'm, like, losing into the water isn't really, like, that major. What with how much I'm collecting. I mean, look at this. I've got almost a full inventory. Like, this is insane. You know? And I haven't even finished clearing out, like, one ring. You know, one, like, go around. But, like, you know, I'm losing, like, 2 or 3 or so as I'm going along. I'm just trying to make sure that my inventory doesn't get full. Because then I won't be able to pick up any of the sugarcane. And then, like, that would be waste. You know? Because then I wouldn't be picking up any. But missing just, like, a couple to the water, you know? That's not that much waste. That said, I do believe that is all I can pick up right now. Look at this, I've still got all of this to go. That's an entire inventory of sugarcane. Like, this is, it's a little ridiculous, not gonna lie. But I love it. Put a couple of that paper in there for now. That way I can complete collection of my sugarcane. I do think that Minecraft needs to add something that can be a chunk loader. You know? I get that they wouldn't want to just add a chunk loader. They like to keep things, you know, pretty in, you know, lore. And so just an item called a chunk loader wouldn't, like, work for them. And that's perfectly fine, you know. But I do think that they need to, like, add something like that to the game. I think I still have one more. Yep. Exactly one more. But I mean, you can see I do have this big open space now to build in. And I've been working on, like, trying to flatten this area out a bit too. So maybe at some point I'll be able to, you know, get everything set up here. Here's the paper. Okay. Say, don't I have a spot for paper? I do. Right there. I am a little excited that in one of the next update, well, the next major update, that they're adding the ability to use pots as storage. I think that'll be really cool. And a really nice extra feature. My librarians are all like, please trade with me. I still don't know how to do, like, the Bedrock, I don't know, and I don't know if there is a feature, but, like, in Java you can just, like, push a button and it'll, like, keep filling the trading slot. I was thinking it was like V or T in, you know, Java. So, like, that's the buttons I've tried, but they don't seem to do it. So it's very possible that the feature is not in here, which I think is very strange. Like, I don't know why it wouldn't be in here. Why don't I trade with you, since you need the level ups? And then I'll come out here and get more paper. And see, all of that sugar cane, and I still didn't have enough paper. I still did not have enough paper. Like, I cannot trade with all of my librarians to the max here. I ran out of paper. Like, look at that. Granted, I think some of these might have restocked by now, but still, the point is, I'm not able to trade with everybody. I need more paper. Emeralds for bricks, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Polished diorite. This guy will get me quartz. Oh, I can currently get blocks of quartz from him. Okay. I was reading that wrong. I can get a bell. Have I grabbed a bell yet? Yes, I have. Okay. So I don't need a bell right away. So we'll do a little bit of that to start. That'll get us going, so, you know, a little bit here. And then I guess it's just back to the grind. Let's see, emeralds go here, paper goes here. Because we still got all of this land here to like flatten down. You know, there is something to be said about, like, not doing major project, you know, like, big projects like this until you've, like, established yourself in the world. You know? Mega project. That's the word I was looking for. There's something to be said about, like, you know, not doing a mega project until you're really well established in the world and you've like gone to the end and done all the stuff. That's not how I'm doing it, apparently. I'm doing my mega project right now. Hard part is just keeping like durability on like tools. I'm still hoping that there's some chance that one of the things they'll do with this next like snapshot is something to do with durability. Because I know King B Dogs was like, yeah, you know, durability really is an old system that no longer matches up to what we want Minecraft to be like. I'm like, awesome. So does that mean that you're like looking at the idea of changing it or something, or like I'm hoping that's what that means. Is that you're looking at durability and being like, okay, you know, let's do something different. That would be nice. Again, Tinker's Construct. Silent Gear. You know? Something where you can build your tools to be like... I don't want to say overpowered, but... I mean, that kind of is what those mods do. Oh my frickin' lord. My nephew's phone is just going off over and over again, and it's just super obnoxious. think it would be less obnoxious if it didn't have like the whatever Monster Hunter thing that he has on it. Roaring constantly. I know that's gonna sound terrible. The whatever Monster Hunter thing. I don't know Monster Hunter. I don't care enough to know Monster Hunter. I am told that it is a series that I would enjoy. I haven't had any chance to like look into it other than one of the like demos of the game they released though. And while I have no idea if I would enjoy like the full game maybe, the demo was really boring and I did not enjoy. And I like kept dying over and over again. I was just like, okay, I'm good on this. So like, I don't know, maybe it would be interesting, but my one experience with it so far tells me no. I would not enjoy it. But I've also only had one experience with it. So I really have no real say on whether or not I would enjoy like the game as a whole, you know, in the grand scheme. I also really need to like get a torch or something in my inventory that's permanent so that I can stop filling up the torch slot. Also, I've noticed that, like, passive mobs will, like, regenerate steadily here on Bedrock. And I am pretty sure that's not a thing in the Java version. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't remember that being a thing in the Java version. I will say, getting Unbreaking 3 on my tools has helped. Do I have it on both of them? Yeah, I have it on. I do. Okay. I have it on everything but my sword, which is fine. It's kind of alleviated some of the complaint that I have with, mending, which is just that mending on its own isn't that strong. I am seeing where mending is really nice. Hello. When you have like unbreaking and stuff on it, but I don't know, it's still one of those things where I don't feel like mending is the thing that's overpowered. It's when you have the right combination of other enchantments on there, it makes mending, better. It makes mending strong. It's not just mending. So. Like, right now, my shovel would be nearly broken if I just had mending on it. And then it would take forever to freaking replenish. But, with Unbreaking 3 on it, I can sit here and, keep going for much longer before I have to mend it. It still takes forever to mend. If it weren't for all of the sugarcane that I have now, the super easy access to paper and everything, I don't know that I would be able to mend to the degree that I am. I suppose there's something to be said about having like a furnace system where you can just constantly be smelting stuff in the furnace. And then, you pull it out. You use like a lever to like stop stuff leaving the furnace. You have like a hopper system. And then like you get big experience from smelting, right? So something like that I think I could get behind. I think these are all of the animal stuff. Trying to think of where my dirt would be stored. This is all regular stone. I thought I made another chest for dirt, but I don't remember where it is, if I did. This is all sand, by the way. Oh, right, over here. Look at this. Dirt! This is all the dirt I have collected while doing this. I'm actually gonna need another chest. I also don't know where I have flint. In here, apparently. Okay. Just randomly in a chest. No flint organization for me. That's fine. I don't know where I even picked up that raw mutton, but whatever. It is what it is. Do I have any buckets right now? Let's do this. I do kind of wish there was a slightly easier way to keep it, like, centered, situated. Let's throw those in there. Let's throw these in here. Oh, wrong cave. It's been a little bit since I last played, I'm gonna be honest. So I have forgotten some things. But I haven't forgotten where my lava farm is. So now I need another cauldron for that. Actually, instead of putting that there so that it's just doing nothing, let's put that there so it's growing more dripstone. And then we come in here and we drop one lava bucket and the other lava bucket. And then we get our buckets back. I'm gonna make another cauldron though while I have the iron in hand. That way when I do get more dripstone, I can then expand that. And put that there. And how about that? Perfect timing. That one dripstone grew right away. Cool. Did I finish filling this up here? I did. Okay. I have a lot of lava up here too. So, you know, if I ever really need lava, it's there, but I shouldn't need it anytime soon. Considering that I now have, what, 9 cauldrons of lava forming on a constant basis. So, it all should work out pretty well, I think. But yeah, eventually this will get turned into like a big little... a big little... Yes, good. Eventually the idea is that this is going to be like a colony, you know? A village. And there will be villagers everywhere. But once I get that, that'll be nice. Unfortunately, like, in the course of having to do all of this flattening, I'm having to, like, remove stuff like tree farms and things like that. And that's making it difficult to, like, also have all of the resources immediately after. Like, you know, the flattening is done. Like, I probably won't have the resources to actually build anything right away once the flattening is done, but still, should still be pretty nice once I get everything done, you know? Once it's all nice and flattened out. And it's not like I'm gonna completely flatten everything. I mean, I might like start by completely flattening everything and then, you know, build like hills and things where I actually want them. Haven't quite decided how I'm doing that yet. But I know that before I can, you know, build the stuff I want to build, I need more land. And that land, in order to have enough land, I need to flatten. Like, in order to have enough, like, solid land, I gotta do some flat. You know? I gotta flatten. So... yeah, now I have a nice flat path straight to that cave. Which is basically the reason I did that. Was a good, easy way to, like, remind myself where that cave actually is. Now I'll just kind of dig around here. Like, we'll work from here and flatten more and... I was gonna do more Warcraft, but then I remembered they have maintenance on Tuesdays. So instead, I'm doing some Minecraft. And I hope people will enjoy that. Probably not as much as like the Warcraft. Warcraft do be bringing in the views, surprisingly. Which is hilarious, because like 2 years ago, not 2 years ago, but like a few years ago, I was like, I bet I could get big views doing, you know, Warcraft. And it was nothing. I think that's part of what amuses me, that like the Warcraft is bringing in like more now. Because I was like, I'll do Warcraft and like Final Fantasy 14, and then nothing came from that. And yet now it does. You know, like people's interest just changed, I guess. Yes, people want Warcraft now when they didn't before. That's, you know, fine. It's not, you know, I'm not complaining or anything. It's just like, okay. I did Warcraft for, like, I've done Warcraft, I've done FF14. Like, I've been doing all of that stuff for, like, a while now. And just now it's finally, like, it's just all of a sudden now it's like, oh, everybody wants this. It's like, oh, well, thanks, I guess. I'm still a little, like, disappointed. I guess kind of in myself in a way. Because I could not convince myself to hold off on doing Shadowbringers. Like I wanted to record doing Shadowbringers, but I could not convince myself to like hold off because I was enjoying it so much. But like now I can't go back and do a, you know, me reacting to Shadowbringers for the first time. It doesn't matter that, you know, all of my reactions would still be the same because holy crap, Shadowbringers. It wouldn't be blind, you know, it wouldn't be a blind run. So I mean, I guess there would be some things that you wouldn't get the same reaction out of, right? Like the moment when they reveal the truth about like Zodiark and Heidelin and stuff. And like Amarat for the first time. I absolutely would still, you know, tear up and cry heavily at the end of Shadowbringers because, oh my gosh, that was so good, dude. But, I mean, it is what it is. Guess that's what I get for enjoying video games. It's like, I play video games for fun. Like, I guess that's kind of the thing, right? Like, if you want to work in, like, streaming or YouTube, you kind of have to just be like, alright, you know, it is fun, but I do have to, like, cut my fun down. Because, you know, it is work. I know one YouTuber that was like I don't really play video games anymore. And they're like, but that's your job. It's like, yeah, that's like what I mean. Like, it's my job. And so it's not recreation, you know. I don't play video games recreationally and for fun anymore because it's my job now. And I'm like, that sucks. But also, I unfortunately can definitely see, you know, why that would be the case and why, like, you would have to do that. So, who knows? Maybe that'll become me if, you know, Twitch here ever pops off. So, part of it is that it's just like figuring out when I can and cannot stream is the difficult part. Also, my freaking sleep schedule. Like, this is the third week in a row that I have not been able to just, like, sleep when I want to sleep. And it's kind of getting annoying, actually. Because the last couple of days I've been like, let's do some streaming. And then I'll be like, kind of, you know, getting set up as I'm like falling asleep. And I'm just like, okay, maybe I won't do streaming. Yeah, I gotta say, now that I've gotten the Unbreaking 3 on this shovel, like, it's way better. I'm not feeling as frustrated about how much I'm, like, mining and then having to stop and mend. I still wouldn't say that mending is the thing that's overpowered. You know, I feel like it would be more appropriate to say that unbreaking plus mending is what really makes it, like, overpowered. But also in that case, I mean, is it really overpowered when like, you really have to do those couple of enchants? You know? Is it overpowered when that's the norm, you know? I think it's 4 to make a full chest, right? Or, yes. Full double chest is what I was meaning, but yes. Freaking Minecraft, please add click and drag. It wouldn't work on MOBA. Just like how freaking I have 42 lanterns. I should really do something with those. Cause like I'm constantly dealing with drown spawning in this area. And like part of it is I need to just put down lanterns down here underwater to keep it like lit up down here. It's like a cave under that. That's weird. Never even noticed that. Put one there. Put one here, even though it's technically probably not necessary there. Yeah, I hadn't even noticed that there was this like cave down here. Neat. Well, that'll hopefully deal with that drowned in that area. Problem with having this like ocean here is that drowned generate in the said ocean. And they generate based off light level, just like any other mob. Except that lighting up the water is a pain. It's not like, you know, you can just put down a torch. You have to put down something like a lantern. Which, admittedly, it is nice that they exist. And that you can, in fact, do such. You know. Not complaining that you have to use lanterns. You know, it's nice that lanterns do exist and you can use them for this purpose. It's just slightly, you know, means that you have to go slightly farther into the game in order to stop things like drowned. Is all. I also don't know, like, yeah, I'm lighting up the ground, but like, what about the space where there's water, but there isn't ground? You know, like, is that still gonna generate drowned? Like, do they have to generate on the ground? And thus, just lighting up the ground is enough? Or can they, like, generate middle of the freaking water? In which case, then, like, you know, all of this is gonna really, like, basically be terrible always, you know? There's just a lot of, like, Minecraft mechanics that I legitimately don't know. But I have had considerably less issues with Drowned. Since I started putting the lanterns down. So... problem is just getting enough lanterns. Or getting shroom lights. And that's the other thing, is I realized, like, oh, you know, I can also use shroom lights. I don't just have to use lanterns. But also, lanterns are something I can just trade for. You know? So it's like, do I go and I just trade for, like, 1,000 lanterns? Or... you know, like, how do I do this? You know, what is the best way to light up the ocean, you know? And to a degree, like, I kind of wish there was, like, a Megatorch item. Like, mostly because something like a Megatorch would allow you to... oh my gosh, this dude. This is the biggest issue with Drowned, is that they can spawn with freaking tridents. And there really doesn't seem to be any way to deal with that. It looks like that's the side that I need to be, that I need to, like, light up next. Is over here. I do wonder if it wouldn't hurt to make, like, one spot that's kind of around here where I can get, like, a lot of sugarcane growing. So that's all in, like, chunk limits. Like, that's the slight issue with doing this, is that it's not all within the chunk, you know, the loaded chunks. And so, sure, there's a lot, but not all of it tends to grow regularly, you know? I wonder if it wouldn't hurt to get some kind of area where I can put, like, 1,000 freaking sugarcane. You know? that's all within like chunk parameters and stuff that I can then just grow all at once. And like I've got a little bit of growth over here, but not anywhere near as much as what I had over there, because these chunks haven't really been loaded until just now. I need to bring a campfire over here. Because I mean, I have Silk Touch on the axe. I just need to get a campfire so that I can break it without causing issues. So this is the track that sounds like Nomergon to me. When this one starts playing, I immediately start thinking of Nomergon from Warcraft. I'm like, whoa, when did we end up in Gnome Land? You know? Cool. Got more netherwork growing. Alright. I'm thinking, like, maybe I should get... Like, maybe I should build a, like, sugarcane, like, plantation structure somewhere around here. And I can, like, get that started. You know, get some sugarcane growth going, you know, in one chunk.
I don't see anything out there. I don't know what you're hearing, but there's nobody out there.
Hum-de-dum. I think there's an NPC in one of the Quest for Glory games that says that. He goes, hum-de-dum. Not that, you know, Anybody knows what Quest for Glory is, I'm sure. We live in an interesting age. You know, where it's like people just, you know, like the you know, it used to be like, you know, TV, right? TV and like radio. It used to be like, not that, you know, people know what that is because, you know, it's it was like the, you know, this radio station did this show for like 20 years, but then they stopped, you know, and then like 20 years later, nobody knows what that radio show is, you know. But like now we live in like such a weird age where there's not only like TV shows and radio shows, but also there's like video games that people just don't know exist. And many of us grew up on, but then people are like, what are you even talking about? And it's like, yeah. I suppose you wouldn't know, would you? And like, to one degree, I find that a little sad, you know? But also, I mean, there's absolutely no way that everybody could ever, you know, experience every video game, every TV show. And so there's always going to be stuff. You know, nowadays, you know, we have like museums, right? To cover like our history and whatnot. But it's interesting to think that like there's just entire video games that exist that are basically just lost to time, you know? That just nobody owns or, you know, knows about, or you know, it's weird is what I'm saying. Like, it feels weird that that's a thing, but it is, you know, because like when you think of stuff like, let's say, literature, right? Like, a lot of books and novels that come out just continue to exist for hundreds of years, you know? Possibly even longer. I mean, you know, we still look at and read stuff from like Greek mythos, and you know, those are thousands of years ago. But then you think about like a video game, and it's like, yeah, your computer can legitimately be too good to run a video game, you know? Like, your computer can't be too good to read a book. You know, your eyes can't be too good to read a book. But your computer can be too good to be able to play a video game. And so not only are there just entire video games that people don't play anymore, and like people don't own anymore, But also, there's just video games that you legitimately can't play. It makes me wonder if there will ever come a time where we'll figure out a way to, like, get around that. And, like, I do realize, well, Serene, there's emulators and things like that can do that kind of thing. And, like, I do get that. But I mean, like, without needing, external programs and stuff like that, Will we ever figure out a way to make things for computers? Programs, video games, etc., where 100 years from now, people can still play those, as if they were brand new, without needing external programs and emulators and such. And like, I know that there's websites like GOG, right? Where it's like, oh, you can download some of the good old games and play them on your current PC. But again, those use stuff like emulators, like DOSBox, And even if you are buying them from the original company and everything, it's still having to run on an emulator. It's not just straight up like, hey, look, it just works, And it's just, I don't know, it's an interesting thought, will we ever get to that point? Can we ever get to that point? As technology improves, is the idea of, what's the word? There's a word for it, but I don't remember what the word is. I legitimately can't think of it. Obsolescence, I guess, is a good word for what I'm trying to go for. Like, will we ever be able to defeat the concept of obsolescence? Can we ever reach a point where old technology doesn't become obsolete anymore? Is kind of what I'm trying to say, Is it even possible to reach that point? Or will advances in technology always lead to obsolescence? Like, you think about, like, sci-fi shows, right? Where they're always like, these people, this race is so advanced and so old. And then, like, you look at them and it's like, but they're, like, all of their stuff is the same. Like, all of their machinery and things. Why is this less? Oh, there was more iron that hadn't been smelted. That's why. Neat. I didn't even know that. Cool. I'm gonna need more stuff here. I actually am kind of running low on raw copper at the moment. Now that I'm looking at it. I really never expected that I would really feel like copper is something I can actually utilize for anything. But this actually does kind of work. Or it should anyway. I need to get a lever. Might need 2 levers even. Because I don't know if one lever will stop both hoppers. Or... Can I not rotate the lever? That seems weird that it's only one way. Now, if I do that, does that actually stop the hopper underneath, I wonder? Let me find out. I'll throw this in here. Hey. Alright, yeah, these switch levers work for what I want. That's cool. Nope. That is not the right cave. It is this cave. Drip zone hasn't really popped off at all, but that's fine. I'm not in like a major rush for it. So power both of those. Then flip these levers. Yeah, that was a decent amount of experience. How about that? Cool. Granted, I don't know. Excuse me. I don't think that is like one batch of stuff. I think that's... Excuse me again. I think that's way more. But still... I just like that I have this one automatic farm and like it's at 60. And it's like, well, that was pointless to build. It's like I haven't actually utilized it really at all. So it's a little disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. But it is what it is, I guess. Let's see. Campfire, there it is. I knew what I was after, and then I forgot. So I'm like, what was I after here? Like, I went there to get the campfire, and then I could not remember what it actually was that I was trying to get. So, but it's the campfire. The problem is that the bees for that are like way out here. I don't think they're anywhere in, I don't think there's any currently in the nest. Oh, but they might be coming back right now. I think those were the bees themselves. I suppose they'll go into their nest at night. So if I just kind of wait. Whoop, whoop. There we go. The most perhaps obnoxious thing about it all is that I'm actually going to need to like put these bees somewhere and have them like pretty regularly pollinating. And then I'm gonna need like a lot of them. It's one of those like, again, I really should like have these like mega projects. You know, like I need to like do the mega project in order to like do what I want. But also here I am needing things for the mega project before I can do it. I'm like, how do I fix this problem? And I think the easiest, like legitimately I think the easiest method is coming up, you know, because like I've got this area flat already, right? So I should really just utilize this for stuff. And be like building temporary like structures. So I think that's what I'm just gonna have to do here. Is do some like temporary structure building. Ooh. I forgot. Hang on. Hey. Hush. Hush. Okay. Sorry, I had my uncle's doctor was over. And obviously I didn't really want that being recorded there, so, or streamed or whatever if we want to, you know. Anyway, the point is, while they were here, I had that muted, so. But they just finished up, so we should be good. I forgot that they were coming by. They always come by on Monday or Tuesday, whatever it is. Whatever it is today. So it was just like, oh right. Forgot about that. But luckily it's not too difficult to just, you know, mute for a second. Well, not a second, but to mute for a moment. So. I'll probably cut out the muted section when I send it over to YouTube. So if there was a sudden, if you're watching on YouTube and there was a sudden break, that's why. I had to mute for about, what was it, 10 minutes or so? It wasn't very long. But also, it was just, you know, muted, so I have nothing really going on. I hope these propagules drop when the leaves break and that you don't have to like break them to get them, because I've not been grabbing them at all. It's like, I hope that there's just some sitting down here on the ground somewhere. Oh, frick. Hey, there are. Cool. There are indeed. Good, good. I think I got all the logs out of those. Out of the 2 trees that I had here. So. Thank you, Scarix. I think I got all the logs. I did not. There's one right there. But yeah, I figured, you know, working on cutting down a tree was something that I could do without, you know, needing to speak. And it's something that I can like cut out without, you know, being a major thing as well. So, but yeah, I don't know what I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, I'm thinking I'm gonna cut it out, but I don't know. So, like when I put it on YouTube. So, can I use these for anything? Like, are these roots just here to be annoying and just extra garbage in my inventory? Gotten 7 propagules, and I only need 1 per tree. So for knocking down 2 trees, you know, I got a good source of tree back. Oh, I completely forgot I had scaffolding. I'll use that instead of using the roots to build up. I know somebody's going to comment on the fact that I always break as I go down with scaffolding. And they could be like, Serene, you don't have to do that. It's like, yeah, I do. Like, I understand that. Like, I know that I don't have to do that as I go down, but it just makes it easier on me. You know? Just do some quick fist punchy break as I go down. And then they don't scatter everywhere. Also, my mouse is giving me some issues, and I don't know if that means that the battery is low, or it shouldn't be. Because I just had it plugged in, like, yesterday. It's probably the computer having issues, because it's always the computer having issues. I'm going to be completely honest. Like, honestly, if this wasn't a wireless mouse, I would probably have some less issues, but not like a lot less issues. Because then, like, the mouse would still be dealing with, like, disconnecting from the USBs. So it's just now, because wireless, not only is it disconnecting from the USBs, there is definitely some log up there. 100% there is still log up there. Did you know that if you hold shift, you can climb vines, even if there's no other blocks attached to them? I will give these trees like this one thing. Like trees that grow vines. The nice thing is they grow vines and you can just climb the vines up to find the freaking logs that are still attached. So, I mean, that's a bonus. But also, they grow vines. And vines just as a whole are just obnoxious. Like, I get that they're aesthetically pleasing for some type, you know, certain types of builds and things. And I won't fault builds for that, because I mean, they are. Like, that they do look good, don't get me wrong. Vines are just, it's just that vines are a pain. Like, it's just the way that vines grow and things is just obnoxious. So, but sometimes they can be useful and a good block. I just really don't use them much. That's all. But then I'm also just not really one for, like, I guess the term is like texture. Like, I don't put a lot of texture into my builds, you know? Like, I'll see people do builds where they use, like, stairs for, like, you know, ooh, there's this little hole or something here. And then it's like, they'll do cobblestone instead of regular stone. Just like kind of randomly interspersed because it adds a little bit of like extra texture to the build. But I don't know, that bothers me. It like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just, I see that and I go like, I don't like that. Makes me want to fix it. Also, I did not put those last couple of torches down the way that I wanted. I had to put them down here by the stone. So there would be less chance that I would need to immediately like remine the torch. Also, I do realize, like, this area was a tree farm, so these torches are, like, way too close together. You could probably put down one torch and have, what, the same lighting. They, you know. Oh, my inventory's full. I should probably check and see. I forgot to handle my bees while it was night. I was gonna do that. Go in and like handle the bees when it became night, and I just forgot. So I should go at least check the bees. I don't know if I will need to. I don't know if I will be able to. Oh, those are oak saplings. Those aren't acacia saplings. Those are oak. These are the acacia saplings. But I don't know if I'll be able to like do anything if they're stuck on stuff again. Go pick up that dirt. Now that I have some inventory space. Since I didn't leave too much behind, so. But I gotta do some inventory management here. I have so much dirt, though. Which is good, because I'll need it. But it's just like annoying trying to sit here and organize everything. Really? Sandstone. And like paper. Pepe. That's apparently what I typed was Pepe. What the frick is the... Oh, right. It's out here. Regular stone is this barrel. Do you mind? I don't know what I have in the way of stuff, some of this stuff. Like, I don't think I even have any ladders anywhere. No, I don't. Nether wart should be in one of these. This one. And then my sugar cane I actually do have. Hello. I'm doing alright, I suppose. Welcome to the stream. There we go. Alright, got that sorted out. Let's see. I guess I just gotta keep on digging. So fun. Haven't played Minecraft in years, huh? I haven't played, like, vanilla Minecraft in a long time. And I really haven't, like, ever played Bedrock at all. Like, I've done a little bit, but not a lot with it. I'm used to Java, but my computer cannot freaking even run vanilla Minecraft anymore. Because this freaking computer is absolute trash. Like, this is a potato, like, if any computer is a potato PC, this is definitely a potato PC. Like, it is bad how just bad this computer is. But Bedrock seems to run fine, so I've been playing on here. Which, like, is a little unfortunate just because I'm so used to, you know, Java Edition. And there's a lot of things that I'm still kind of getting used to with the Bedrock Edition. You know, it's not that Bedrock is, like, worse than Java. I don't think I would try to claim that or anything. It's just not the edition that I'm used to, you know? So, a lot of things I have to, like, relearn how to do. Where does this even go? Just through here, I guess. Okay. I mean, it's dark down here, so I'm going to light it up a little bit, but I guess there's just this little cave down here. And it will probably not be a cave by the time I'm done with this island. PS3 version. Yeah, I mean, I think technically that was just console edition. The console edition became the Bedrock version, but originally, like, all of the different consoles were, like, separate editions and stuff. But the console edition is equivalent to the Bedrock edition, so. I used to do a little bit of playing the Bedrock edition back on the Switch. And I used to also play the Wii U edition back when that was like its own separate thing. You know, back during the days of the Nintendo Wii. Wii U, rather, I suppose. You know, the console nobody ever bought. And I will be honest, it was not a great console. I don't think it was bad. I think the gamepad was like a lousy idea. And a lot of people harp on the console just because of the gamepad. It's like, it wasn't really the console that was bad. It was just the gamepad. You know, most games could be played without the gamepad, though. So really, like, if you loaded up the Wii U and you pulled out a freaking, you know, Wii controller, you really just didn't have issues. Or if you were like me and had a Pro controller. But not everybody had those, understandably. I always just used a Pro controller instead of the gamepad. Yeah, the Wii U was a decent console. It just wasn't done right. I agree. Used to want the Wii U as a kid. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, the Wii U was... Again, it wasn't a bad console. It was just the Wii, you know, it just kind of the advertising wasn't done right. The gamepad was terrible. I think it was their attempt to do a Switch-style console before the technology was really there, though, so... Because they wanted something that you could do handheld, right? You could... something that could switch between handheld and regular. It's just... the technology wasn't there back then for that. Virtual console for DS games on Wii U. Yeah, Mario Maker was definitely good on Wii U. And Mario Kart 8 was a lot of fun. I'm glad that they kind of like decided like, hey, you know what? Let's bring all those over, you know, to the Switch. I think that was the correct move to make because it really allowed them to bring some of the games over that were maybe that were good, that didn't maybe receive the kind of love that they should have, simply because they were on the Wii U. So a freaking mouse. Oh, it's about to become daytime. I need to go check my bees and block off that hole before they like come out again. I was gonna do that this time when night came, and then I didn't. You did not go back down to your nest, did you? So, here's what we'll do. We'll put their nest right there. I don't know if they will go down into it during the night, but I can kind of hope, you know? But also, like, maybe if I block this trapdoor completely so that they, like, don't go up to it. Like, maybe that'll help. Like, so that they can't get out of the trapdoor here. I'm trying to think of, like, the best... Like, I want to basically break the trapdoor, but keep them, like, trapped inside. I'm trying to think of, like, the best way to do that. If I do something like this. So they can't get out. Problem is how do I get out without them getting out, you know? Concerned that they're gonna get out the moment I break this block, though. But maybe they'll go back to their nest during the night now that I put the nest up there. You know, up by them. And then if they do go into the nest during the night, then I can fix that afterwards. That's my hope. No idea if that will actually work, but yeah, Nintendo likes to be gimmicky, though. And I mean, not to fault them or anything, like they usually do a pretty good job even with gimmicks, you know, even with being gimmicky, you know? Like, if there's any one thing you can say, it's like, usually you can say, like, it was gimmicky, but it was still good, you know? Like, the Wii was basically just one big gimmick. But it was one of the, like, most beloved consoles of all time. You know? I know a lot of people harp on Nintendo because it's like, just do traditional controls. But also, like, Nintendo is trying to figure out a way to innovate, you know? Because gaming has been around since, what, the 70s? Freaking Pac-Man, 1970s? You know? Like, that's the earliest video game I can think of is Pac-Man. But if you really think about it, like, video games began with controller, or, you know, I suppose that the better term would be joystick. But joystick was just basically a type of controller, you know? And, like, video games began with, you know, controller, you know, control stick and buttons kind of thing. But then, like, 30-some years later, yeah, it's probably like Pong or something like that would actually be, like, the first video game. But, like, you know, what, 30, 40, 50 years later? Like, that's still what gaming is. I mean, maybe it's the concept of, like, you don't need to try and reinvent the wheel, you know? Maybe we have discovered the pinnacle of controls. But also, I mean, 50 years is a long time for there to be no change in controls or anything. And so I think that's just part of what Nintendo's, you know, goal is they want to be able to say, look, you know, we reinvented gaming. It's just not necessarily the easiest thing to do. What is the point of poisonous potatoes if you literally can do nothing with them? Like, you can't compost them, you can't freaking use them for anything. Like, nothing breeds with them. Like, there's nothing. Nothing uses them. Well, I'm actually out of raw copper for smelting at this point. Like, I have, like, yeah, I mean, technically I have, you know, all of this, and you know, you could be like, well, you've got 9 raw copper there. But, like, I'm kind of just out of, like, copper for smelting for, like, experience at this point. Yeah, I mean, that is some of it for sure. Nintendo definitely focuses more on the younger generations with their consoles, which is fine. You know, it's not like it's, you know, a big deal or anything. But they definitely do focus more on, you know, younger audiences and whatnot. You know, there is a reason why people will generally say, you know, Nintendo, that's the baby console. You know, because unfortunately they really do, they really have kind of decided to, you know, focus more on the younger generation. And, you know, I'm not really going to fault them for that, just because, like, the biggest thing, honestly, is that, yeah, the younger generation is kind of what you want to target for a lot of stuff, you know? So, the earlier you get a person into gaming, the more likely they are to stick around and remain a gamer their whole life, you know? And, like, yeah, I do get, you know, Nintendo baby console. Like, I want to play mature shoot game, right? But also, like, that's really not the only thing that gaming needs to be. And I think that a lot of people miss, you know, like, really miss out on what games and gaming in general can be when they sit down and go, like, I am not baby, therefore all game should not be baby, you know, no game should be baby game, you know. And it's like, okay, but other people like to play games, you know. Like, look, I may not like Dark Souls or Elden Ring or any of those games, but I'm not gonna sit down and be like, look, these games are terrible and they need to not exist. You know? I may not understand why anybody would like those games at all. I might think that they are doo-doo. But I'm not gonna be like, I don't like games, therefore entire game series should stop exist, you know? And before somebody finds, like, some point where I have said that, they're like, but Serene, you did say that right here. And it's like, how long ago was this? What the? Really? Where did he even come from? Like, I'm sorry, how lit up does this need to be? Like, maybe that spot over there isn't lit up enough? Yeah, it's like, I can't play Zelda. Nintendo games are for baby. Like, and I get so annoyed when, you know, I'm like, oh, I want to see somebody play this game. This, you know, this brand new game that just came out that seems really interesting. And, like, I load up their streams or videos, and, like, one of the first things they do is they're like, yeah, this is baby game. I'm like, okay. Like, no. Like, why? Like, what? Like, it's Mario. I'm sorry, you know? And, like, that's kind of that's like the biggest one for me lately. Is I'm like, you know, a Mario Wonder just came out, you know? I'm curious to, like, you know, watch people play it. And, like, the first thing that somebody says in Mario Wonder is just like, this game is too easy. I'm like, okay. It's like, why are you playing? Like, you know that it's Mario. You know it's going to be easy. Why are you even bothering if you're just going to complain that it's too easy? But I want Challenge Mario. Fine, but it's Mario. I'm sorry, 90% of people that are playing Mario are like 10. You know, like, I get it. I get that you want to play Mario. But, like, the majority of people that are playing it are young and are not as, they're not epic gamer, elite. Do people even say elite anymore? Like, just, like, look, if difficulty matters that much to you, maybe it's time to look into moving to a different game series. You know? Play the booster packs in New Super Mario Brothers 2. And that's another thing, like, they'll play like the first 2 or 3 levels and they'll be like, this game is baby easy mode. I'm like, it's freaking, first off, you're on like the 3rd level of the game. Like, really? Just to begin with. But like, look, it's a Mario game. Like, I get that you grew up during the freaking, era of, Mario games are hard as crap, but, like, not all of us want to play Mario game that is hard as crap, Hey, they came down. Really? Really now? You really did this to me? I don't even know where the bee went. Like, oh, he's over there. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that bee is just gone now. But now he is still around to some degree. Just gonna fill these in for a sec. Like, oh my gosh, these bees though. Can I like lead these bees by any chance? Yeah. Right. Listen, I'm glad that you're smarter than, a 2-year-old. That's great. No. But, listen, it's freaking Mario. I don't know. People are just ridiculous. This is why, like, I am, like, vehement about the whole, like, difficulty really doesn't matter. Like, difficulty is not the thing that makes games fun to me. Because, I don't know, I guess I'm just able to have fun without feeling like I need to stress myself out, to play a game. Can you not go down that because there's a ladder or something? Like, seriously. This bee does not want to stay down here, no matter what. Get your butt down here. Nope. I don't know. It does seem like, it does sound like it's having some kind of an issue. If you're getting like that many ads in a row. I know I don't have anything set up to like display like ridiculous amounts of ads. Okay, I'm gonna get fences. Welcome back. I'm gonna get fences. Freaking get some stupid fences. Well, fence gates rather, but I suppose I don't have any of those. 'Cause why would I? I never use those for anything. Come on, right click, please, mouse. True, true. It was the other way around. That's interesting. I need 2 fence gates. 2 fence gates will block all of the bees because I can make the space to block big. Like, first off, I just put sandstone down, kitty cat. And then I do that. And just like that, I now have fence gates. Maybe I should have just done a door, because that's going to be a pain to open and close regularly. Maybe I should have just done a regular door. But I have a door. Yeah, I don't know. I unfortunately do only have so much control over the ads themselves, so. And I know that you're not like blaming me or anything, obviously. It's just that's it's the thought of like I don't know, you know. Like I would if I wish I had more control so I could like help you out. All my turtles disappeared, by the way. Freaking, I made that spot specifically for all those turtles. And they have just like vanished. hit on this side. That way they don't get stuck or anything. Honeycomb. And I think I can make a... Oh, I can't see it right now because the freaking... Not in the freaking crafting thing. Not in a crafting table. I think I can make like a bee nest. Beehive. Something to that degree. And then... and then... And then... I need a grass block. There we go. Use my freaking pickaxe on grass. Because it has silk touch. Well, my sugar cane's grown again, though. I want to come down here and plant some grass. And let that start, you know, growing out into everything. That bee was not intelligent. Just gonna say. Also, apparently they can, like, get caught on the campfires. Good. That's definitely what I want. Is my whopping 2 bees to die. Because they freaking get caught on the campfire. I do know that if I, like, grow another tree and get another beehive or bee nest or whatever, it, like, comes with more bees. So it is possible to repopulate beyond just them. But it's just annoying. So, I need to get flowers. That way I can, like, breed. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Freaking Twitch does all kinds of dumb, crazy things. But that's because they can, you know. The issue with sites like YouTube and Twitch is that they are really the only ones, you know? Like, there have been so many, like, Twitch clones, if you will. But Twitch has only, like, managed to stay where it is and whatnot because they've been doing it for so long that they have the infrastructure. Other, you know, people try to, like, do the same thing thinking, like, oh, well, I'll just create a streaming site. And then what they discover is, like, oh, actually, it costs a lot of money to run one of these streaming sites. You know? Like, there's a reason why Twitch is owned by Amazon, kind of thing, because I don't think Twitch would, like, survive if it were its own, like, unique program. You know? If it weren't backed by a company like Amazon. Just like I don't think YouTube would have survived, like, to this day, if it wasn't because of Google. Like, YouTube probably could have become something big and maybe have reached a similar level on, you know, on their own. Of course. Of course, he's freaking drowned. Get me every time. I really hate those things. Like, I am trying so hard to get them to stop spawning, and they're just always there. I really am starting to think that it's just not going to happen. I might have to build a wall to keep them out. Gonna build a wall, okay? Yeah. Oh, for sure. They definitely shouldn't be all for just monetization. The problem is that you really can't keep up something like that without some kind of monetization backing, you know? Because you have to be able to pay for stuff like infrastructure and, like, all of the computers and, you know, well, I guess that's under infrastructure, but you know what I mean. Like, you have to be able to pay for, you know, people to work and, you know, be able to keep everything up and active and working, and so you end up having to go for monetization. But something like YouTube and Twitch being part of, you know, Amazon and Google, it's like they have the ability to basically say, like, look, we can lose, you know, $100 on, you know, we have the ability to lose money here without too much issue, you know, because of the fact that I really don't know why I'm getting, like, planting beetroot, but I am. That's all the seeds I have, so whoops, rippity-doo-dah. But, like, you know, because they're, you know, Google and Amazon, they can say, like, look, you know, we make $10 trillion or some odd garbage, you know, just on our regular company alone. So it's fine that, you know, it's fine to eat the, you know, it's fine to eat the cost, you know. Because without eating that cost, maybe the rest of your company wouldn't actually prosper as much. You know, YouTube does a lot for Google, even if, you know, they're not necessarily, you know, Google themselves, right? So, sometimes you gotta be willing, and this is the thing that I think a lot of people don't realize, is sometimes you have to be willing to, like, lose money to make money. But a lot of the you know, big name rich people don't follow that creed. So, like Blizzard, for example. Freaking Blizzard. Like, look, Blizzard has been improving, I will fully admit. And I will give them credit that they are in fact improving, you know? Oh, she probably wants to go out.
Yeah. Trying to get to where I can put her out.
Yeah.
Come on. Being out there.
Oh, I've got most of this side done finally, though. I mean, there's still a good amount of, you know, flattening still to come, of course, but...
Hey, do I come in? Come on.
I'm getting there. I will say, it really is unbreaking that is the thing that has allowed me to do this. Like, if I hadn't applied Unbreaking 3, I would not have been able to do as much of this digging and stuff as I have.
No, I'm not gonna leave you out there in the cold and rain, dumb dog. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it would definitely would be nice if Twitch would work more hands-on with content creators. I think that's sort of the big thing that like both Twitch and YouTube struggle with is they don't work with the content creators anywhere near as much as they should. The problem is I really don't know how to fix that issue just because, like, you know, at what point do you say, like, this person is not somebody that we need to listen to, you know? It's like we've got, you know, 12 million people. I know it's way higher than that, but, like, still. You know, there's millions of content creators, you know. Who do we pick to be the ones to, like, listen to? Who do we pick to not listen to? You know. That is sort of, like, the difficult part. And there really isn't a good, like, way around that. Just because there's so many people. So, but yeah, I mean, there are definitely, like, you know, streamers that do sponsorships and stuff like that, because that gives them better money than what Twitch does. I know I got a sponsorship deal for Raid Shadow Legends. And I was just like, lol, nope. Like, I'm sorry, but I can't even play your game to begin with, nor do I care. Like, my phone does not, my phone can barely run freaking 2D video games, let alone like these newer games that are like, oh, look at this high definition 3D yada yada whatever. That's what Twitch could do. Twitch could make a deal with Raid Shadow Legends. Apparently they have the money to burn, after all. You're a streamer who barely even gets one view? Like one, you know, person watching every stream? We'll give you a sponsorship. Like, freaking you. If you've got that kind of money to throw around. I suspect that the reason Raid Shadow Legends has, like, that kind of money is they're probably not paying their devs, like, enough, like, an actual, like, wage, you know? They're probably like, it's probably some, like, Chinese company or something, and they get paid, like, 5 cents an hour or something. And then they sell in America and can make millions. Unfortunately, as much as I think one like a one world like a world currency would like benefit and like look, now there's one currency so it's all worth the same amount and everybody makes the same amount of money, right? Like I think it would still cause more problems than it would actually benefit. But like I think that's one of the things that our world needs to fix, though, is just that there aren't enough, like, people aren't making enough, like, money. You know? People aren't being, like, paid properly in, like, other countries. And so instead of fixing the economy, they just export, you know, to those. Hello. Like, why should the U.S. bother to sit down and fix the problems when they can just export their problems to another country, you know? And then they don't have to pay it people as much. Would I be interested in joining an SMP? It's certainly an idea. I mean, I've wanted to, like, make a couple of SMPs, but I've never been able to, like, set up a server and stuff. So maybe. I couldn't guarantee anything. Some of it is also a matter of just like when I would even be able to, you know, record and stream with other people on an SMP. So, but like, yeah, you can like send me info about it and I can look into it. I say that, but then I don't actually know where a good place to like send that info would be. So, I'm realizing that I don't have like a business email or anything like that. Now I have to remember where that was. Was it this? There it is. Like, I placed dirt without even thinking about, like, whether or not it would be, like, if I could refine the area. Freaking could not get out of that hole. See, where does this need to... Trying to think of like... Okay. That's what I was trying to figure out, was where I needed to like put torches so that they would be on flat ground beneath me. And that's where they need to be. So... So this area just seems a little dark. I was just about to comment that, like, I hadn't seen Phantom spawn. And I was a little confused why. And then I remembered I have them off. Like, I have them turned off. I was like, I'm surprised that no phantoms are spawning. I feel like it's been more than 3 days since I slept last. Game rule do insomnia is false. Because screw phantoms. Okay, almost got this section. This is a pretty, like, decent space, too. Like, I might be able to build something over here. To kind of, you know, help. Kind of start, like, constructing something for the colony. We have spent far too long even getting started on building this colony. Like, I could probably put like a tree farm over here. Because I imagine that all of this is still like loaded chunks. Probably should also like... Oh. I forgot OBS did an update. And they've changed like the whole UI. And I'm just noticing. Like, how have I gone for a 3-hour stream? I'm just now noticing that OBS like changed their UI. That's weird. That's like hilarious. Like, how did I not notice that their UI was different when I loaded the program. I went to look over at the length of time that the stream has been going. I was like, wait, like the UI is different, and like where the way that the timer is shown is different and stuff. Well, I like just did an update today. So it's probably like the change to the UI and stuff is probably stuff that's been there for a while. It's just I just now like updated it. Every time I've loaded up OBS, it's been like, you know, do you want to update? And I'm just like, I need to use this now. I'll deal with that later. And today when I was like, I'm thinking about doing an early stream. I was like, I loaded up OBS. It's like, please update. And I was like, I should probably do an update to OBS. You know, I'm not starting the stream immediately. But yeah, I just noticed it. I guess that person that asked about the SMP decided they didn't want me in their SMP. They're like, would you like to join an SMP? I'm like, sure, maybe, you know. Like, let me know more info. And then that was that. They have disappeared. Okay. It's whatever. I'm just hoping that I can, like, get myself to do this regularly. Because I know that I'm not going to get anywhere, you know, doing streams unless I do it regularly and, like, consistently, like, at a consistent time and, you know, stuff like that. Like, that's one of the things I kind of need to do, you know, is not only stream more, but, like, at specific, decide, like, look, this is what I'm streaming. And then stream that at that time every day kind of thing. It can just be difficult, you know. Whoops. That's why I stopped mining. I switched off of my... Like, it switched my pickaxe. My mouse did a glitch. I also, like, I don't know, I guess I just worry that, like, I'm not entertaining enough. Because I know I sit here and, like, I'm silent for a long time sometimes. I'm like, I realize that that's, you know, it's like, I should be more entertaining. I should, like, talk more at least. But then I have no idea what to say or what to do to be more entertaining. And then, like, I do a couple of streams, and I'm like, okay, but let's be honest, I was pretty boring. And then I feel bad, you know? And then I don't stream for like a week because I feel bad. Because I feel like I wasn't entertaining enough. So I miss the days before I had crippling depression. Those were some good days. Seriously? My mouse. Actually, I should be using dirt here. That way I don't have to dig it up later. You're entertained. I mean, that's good at least. I do miss the days when I used to do like a lot of different games all the time. Like playing Sonic 2, playing Paper Mario. I know somebody, you know, at me saying that is going to be like, well, Serene, you could just do that. I'm like, yeah, I could. But also, like, kind of not, just because, like, some of that was me playing the games on, like, their consoles, you know, because I had money to, like, pay for the games and stuff. Like, when I played through Paper Mario, for example, you know? I didn't need the emulator. That's another thing, too. I kind of miss not... Like, I get that, you know, emulators are just kind of like how you play old games nowadays. And, like, people will be like, your stream quality is bad if you, like, play the original because... You know, it's all, like, blurry and crap. But, like, I miss playing games on the consoles that they came from. You know? Like, I have a GameCube. Like, why can't I play Twilight Princess on the GameCube, you know? The answer is because I don't have a way to do that. You know? I miss playing Paper Mario Thousand Year Door on the GameCube. And I just look at the emulators on my computer and I'm like, I could try that. But what happens if freaking I load it up on the emulator and I play for a few, you know, hours... And then my computer just decides, like, nope, you're never going to be able to play this again. Because this computer sucks. Like, that's why I haven't gone back to, like, Wind Waker or anything like that. Is because I can't get the freaking emulator to work. I'm like, I was literally at the end of the game. Like, I want to go back to playing Crystal as freaking Wind Waker. You know, freaking Crystal from Star Fox Adventures in Wind Waker, you know? I want to go back to that. I want to play that again. It was fun. I was having a good time. But I swear, like, this computer hates me. Oh, I suppose I should get those shears back out because I probably will need them. Oh, I have so many like stick. Ooh, hang on. I didn't realize I had so many like flowers in here. There's the sticks. Logs. It's logs for campfires. I'm also worried that my freaking bees have just Sudoku'd themselves. I didn't. That's fine. Didn't mean to make 8 of them, but whatever. It's fine. You aren't the only bee, right? There are other there is another bee down here. Like, please tell me that the other bee hasn't Sudoku'd themselves. And also, why are you stuck? Freaking bees in this game. How do they work? Why do they keep freaking getting, like, why do these bees keep getting stuck? Seriously, what are you even stuck on? Also, I'm not seeing the other bee, and that concerns me. Because it is daytime. Oh, nope. There's the other bee. Bees. Good job. You're all very intelligent. The campfire is back there. And hope that that will help. Also, look at the grass. Woo! So much grass now. And I have another 3. Which means I can make another bee nest. Well, I mean, I appreciate that. I'm glad that you enjoy the streams. You know? Beehive. There we go. Let's put the bee nest in the middle. Get that aesthetics going. So hopefully they just don't fly underneath. I wonder if, like, maybe I should put down, like, trapdoors or something. That way, like, the fire can still, the smoke can still go up. But then these are completely blocked off. I'm hoping that this will prevent the bees from getting stuck at least. True. You have been coming to the streams for years now. So... But I do appreciate your viewership, so, as people always say, I can't keep doing this without all of you, so. All right, well, now we wait till morning. I don't know where the turtles went. They're all gone. Like, all of the turtles are just gone at this point. I'm convinced that, like, the turtles just died or something. Excuse me. Sorry. I took a drink. Hi, kitty cat. What? Can I help you? Is it because your hard food bowl is empty? Is that the case? Is that why you hopped up here and are staring at me and knocking things over? Good job, cat. Is there a reason that you're beating me in the face with your tail? My cat likes to jump up onto the back of my chair and then proceed to smack me in the face with her tail over and over. It's very funny. Whoops, that's not the Silk Touch one. Usually it's because she wants attention, or food, or both. Generally food. Oh, be nice if I could get this section cleared out at least. I think that's what I'll do here. You know, what really sucks is that it is cold enough here where I live that, like, I need, like, a jacket to be warm. But it's not cold enough to need a jacket, like, constantly. So it's like, I throw it on, you know, throw the jacket on, and then like 5 minutes later I have to take it off. But then like 5 minutes later I have to put it back on. Like, gosh, like freaking just pick one. Like, temperature, please, pick one. Like, I'm fine with wearing a jacket, but like, make it cold enough to just need the jacket then. Not too warm to wear a jacket, but too freaking cold to not wear. Okay, I got plenty of inventory space here. Let me just fortune up some copper. Actually, this is bottom layer, so I can just, like, fill this in. Seriously? I hope my mouse isn't, like, breaking or something, because just like the last day here, I've had, like, so much trouble with my mouse. And I don't know why. Maybe I should do like some VTubers do, where they like just wear a jacket like over their shoulders. Maybe that'll like do it. And maybe that'll keep me from feeling too cold, but also, you know, not like overly warm. I don't know. That's what I've done at the moment. So I've gone in and thrown a jacket over my shoulders. What? Meow? Oh! Oh! Thanks for the follow. Well, I mean, we're getting there. You know? Like we've gotten this close to our cactus farm now. At some point I do have to dig up all of this stone and start like converting it into freaking dirt. Alright. I'll see you, Scarix. Hello, Ashta. I do kind of really need to, like, put my animal pen back. Or pens. Maybe if I utilize this space right here. Since I've already got my Striders here. Maybe I can just utilize this area here. What if I do this? I don't even know. There was a message just sent in chat that was very, like, nonsensical, and I'm very confused. Like, I don't... very, very broken English, and, you know, I don't mean to be mean. You know, I do get some people don't speak English. I'm just a little confused by what was trying to be said. It seemed like a bunch of random, like, broken words instead of actual sentences. So... I wonder if it's a bot that's sending messages. Like, usually bots come in, post one thing, and then leave, but I don't know. Your English is a bit weak. Okay. That makes sense. Oh, wait. This layer. This is the layer. Right? Yes, because that's the layer. Forgot where I was trying to build there for a second. Ooh, iron. We still have plenty of iron from that iron like vein that we found. It's the first time I had ever found an iron vein in the game, so... That was pretty neat, though, finding that iron vein. I've never... Like, I'd heard that those existed, but I've never, like, found them before. So... I did look up ore generation, and I realized that apparently it's, like, copper and iron that do the veins. Which is a little unfortunate, because that means it's not gold. But I suppose, you know, the nether always... You can always go to the nether for that. Oh. Just gotta mine this out, then I can put dirt, and then I can start growing grass. And then I can have, like, my animal pens here for now. Although, finally be able to get off those leads that I currently just have them all attached to. Oop. And out of dirt. Do have to mine this coal before I cover it. It's kind of why I'm like going around it. Good grief. Okay. Like, I did need coal. Don't get me wrong. Just freaking break like 6 blocks under me and it's just like, oh, it's all freaking coal down there. Okay. Fill that in now. Then fortune up even more coal. Whoopsie. I left a block. I mean, I probably could have left that block without issue. Because I don't think it would have, like, affected anything. But still. Okay. Let me just go along this edge here right quick too. But this is why I'm keeping you know, the dirt that I'm collecting, because you never know when you might need it. Okay. So there was so I was like just not interacting with this bot that was just in the chat. Like I don't like it clearly, like I don't know that it's so much bot as much as it is like somebody coming in and like copy pasting like chat messages, because they were responding to like things I was saying, which of course would mean it's not a bot, but like they were posting like bot stuff. But then they were like, sorry, my English isn't good. And then they were like, I'm not a bot, lol. I'm like, uh-huh. I mean, you're right that you're not a bot, because, you know, you wouldn't be able to respond if you were a bot. So, I mean, they're not wrong. They weren't a bot. But also, like, I don't get the point of going into people's chats and, like, just being like, hey, I'm gonna post spam. But then I don't understand, like, the concept of spam at all. Like, does it really actually drive engagement? To, like in your brand, when you just, like, be annoying and spam the crap out of people? I feel like that would hurt your engagement more than help. You know? I mean, maybe I'm not understanding something about, like, advertising, which is very possible. It's just, I don't know. I see bots, I see, like, this person's posting ads, so they must just be a bot. You know? Usually I just ban, but it was just like, I guess they're talking, so I guess they're not technically a bot, but also, like, I do have a rule against advertising, so I really should just, like, ban. That's another thing, like, I don't like having to do that. You know? Just because it's annoying having to stop and, like, ban bots every time. But, like, so, like, is it a new meta now to, like, instead of just like going in, advertising, and leaving? Like, is it just some new meta now to come in and be like, hello, and talk? And I'm gonna talk in the chat and act like I'm a friendly person, and then I'm gonna spam your chat with ad. Because the last couple of like bots, you know, ads, whatever you want to call it, that I've seen have just done that. I'm just like, why? I really feel like it can't drive up the engagement in your brand that much. But also, like, I get that on Twitter a lot too, where people send me a message like, hi, and I'm like, okay, hi, and they're like, how are you? And I'm like, fine, I guess. Like, weird that, you know, I don't know you, you don't know me, but you're talking to me like friend. And then, like, as soon as, like, you respond to that, how are you? Then the next, like, 6 messages are just like, hey, would you like to pay me to do this thing? I'm like, no. Usually they'll comment and they'll say something like, I like your OC. They're cool looking, or cute looking, or pretty, or whatever. And it's like, cool, glad you like it. And then they're like, can I make art of your, you know, OC? And it's like, sure. They're like, here's my commission prices. I'm like, okay, but you didn't ask if I was going to commission you. You asked if you could make art, as in like fan art. Like, that's what that means. Like, you're asking if you can make fan art, not if I am going to commission you. Why, you know, free stock? Like, by all means, you know, if anybody wants to make art of, you know, any of my OCs or my VTuber or anything, fine. But, like, especially when on my Twitter I have, like, a thing in the bio that literally says, look, I don't do commissions, you know, from people I don't know, because I don't have the kind of money to even try, you know, to, like, pay for stuff. But then that's the messages I get, and I'm just like, are these people dumb? Like, no offense, but are these people dumb? They're certainly rude. Like, 100%. There. Be happy. I bought your freaking dripstone. I mean, I still haven't found a dripstone cave. Granted, at this point, I think I have all the dripstone that I really need immediately. I'm not, you know, like, too desperate for dripstone at this point. But still, it's just like, it wouldn't be a bad idea to get some dripstone, to, you know, get more, in case I do want to do more with them, you know. Then I don't have to wait as long for the restonks. Alright, not who I'm looking for. Is that it? Did I get all the librarians? It might have, actually. Cool. Oh. I mean, this person might have just restonked. Oh, okay, that's it. Alrighty, thank you, villagers, for your wonderful deeds. And now I shall go. I'm going to make a block of dripstone. I feel like I'm like fighting with my mouse for some reason, and I don't really like that. That's a lot of dripstone. Maybe I didn't need to do any trades. I didn't expect to come over here and see all of this dripstone here. I mean, I could make this bigger. Over there, actually. I'd have to bring the water over to this area, but... Or just like in that direction or this direction. Because like I can't put it here, I don't think, right? Or can I? Oh, I can. Okay. And... One, two, three. I mean, I could still put a block there and then just whenever I get one more piece. Seriously? This mouse. I'm really having issues. I don't know why. There. I just need one more on that corner. And then from there, I mean, like, technically I can still use more dripstone and expand my lava here more, but, like, do I need it is a question. Like, what am I actually going to use dripstone for? Like, yeah, I know that it's good for, like, mob farms, but I'm not really that concerned about making one, you know? So... I do still have my dandelions on me, okay. I think, we've been going for 4 hours now. So it might not be, bad time to consider, you know, breaking off for now. You know, do other things than just stream. Seriously? Like, do I need to? I wish this thing had a charge, like, thing on it. That it, like, it would tell me, like, how much charge it has. Because I don't understand if, like, I'm having issues with, like, it not being charged enough, or something else. But, like, I'm trying to move the mouse, like, a little, and it's not, like, it's, like, struggling. Or, like, some of my clicks aren't, like, going through and things like that. But, like, it just charged it. So I feel like it shouldn't need to be charged already. So, like, I don't know. Also, I realized that I have, like, a lot of beehives, despite only having, like, 2 bees. Well, 3 bees. Also, that 1 bee really is just broken, I think. Like, I don't know if it's like a specific bee, or if the bees in general are just having an issue, or like what's going on. I would like a second bee to come out, please. I think I'm holding this bee here by holding the flower out. So, if I just continue to hold, hopefully another bee will pop out in a moment. And I can get these bees to do, you know, to do the birds and the bees thing. Why is it called the birds and the bees, by the way? Like, I don't know of any, like, story where there's actually bees involved. Like, there's a stork, so I get the birds thing, but where did the bees come in? I've never understood that. I've never understood it, and I've never cared enough to, like, look into it. Hi, kitty cat. Well, maybe. Oh, it's nighttime. Never mind. There aren't going to be any bees. It's nighttime. Alright. Well, I'll just keep working on trying to propagate the bees, I guess. Like, is that the right... Would that even be the right term? Like, can you propagate animals? Is that a plant-only thing? Propagating? Well, I was going to come over here, find this section that wasn't really loaded, break that little bit, and then go from there. But it seems like the majority of that was all grown. I guess I need to light up across the way a bit too. I legitimately don't care about those pillagers. I do realize that I need to do some level of exploration, though. Like, I've mostly been sticking to this island, but I kind of do need to, like, go out and really start, like, exploring and stuff. Need to look for some other biomes. You know, try to find us, like, a trail ruins, maybe. But also, the less I leave explored, the more that there are chances for the new trial chambers to spawn nearby. And I kind of want to just be like, you know what? What if I don't go exploring until the next update? And try and see if I can get like a trial chamber or something to spawn nearby. I'm just excited that they're finally adding more freaking decorative blocks. I feel like they need to do that even more though. Like, why do we have calcite but then no calcite like decorative blocks? You know? Like, give me calcite blocks. Give me tough blocks. Give me more. But then I'm an advocate of the whole, like, if it's a block, it should have a brick, a stair, a slab, etc. variant. You know? Maybe not like the ore blocks, I say, despite, you know, them having copper. And that's another thing, like, they did copper, so now I'm like, well, if you're gonna do copper, you know, an ore block, then freaking do it for everything else. Like, come on. Where's my diamond? Where's my cut diamond? Where's my, you know, cut diamond tiles? Or, you know, it's like, here's a whole new metal, copper. And immediately we're adding like 50 different blocks to it. Cool. But if you're going to do that, why not any of the others? Like, where's the iron? Where's the copper? Where's the... Like... consistency. You know? Where's the cobbled blackstone? Where's the cobbled netherrack? The cobbled granite? The... You know? Like, we legitimately would love these things. Please give them to us. Like, not joking here, you know? Like, we want these things. Gone are the days that Mojang can look at mods and say, this is what the community wants. Let's add it. Unfortunately. I mean, they could, they very much still could do that. There's nothing stopping them from doing that. Oh, this baby. I was like, I can't right-click the horsey. Is baby horsey. That's why. Alright, well, I think with that, I'm going to go check on my bees one more time. See if I can't get a couple of them to breed. But then after that, I think it will be time for me to pop off for a bit. No bees. Bees, bees, bees. It'd be nice if there was, like, a way to just, like, interact with, like, the hives and be like, please breed. Instead of having to sit here and wait for them to freaking spawn in world. Like, I got 4 bees, I got 4 hives. Like, come on. You know, let me, like, start, like, let me do this. I want more bees. Like, come on, bees. I want, like, it'd be nice if I could at least, like, see how long until a bee comes out. And then I could be like, alright. So I got, like, 5 minutes before this bee comes out. And, like, 6 before that. So, like, I come back in 4. And I just stand here for 2 minutes, you know. Kind of thing. But Mojang, especially lately, Mojang seems to have this thing. Ooh, hey, there we go. Against, like UIs that can be, like, used for automation. I don't know. It's annoying. That's all I know. Oops. I was hoping that maybe they were like the other animals where you can, like, breed them very quickly. That made, like, their breed cooldown is, like, very low. And they might be. But why did you do this? Why are you dumb? This is why we cannot have nice things. There. That's good enough. Now we have many bees. So now we should start getting honey and honeycomb and things much quicker. I have 6 honeycomb. And I should be able to turn that into 2 more beehives. But do I want 2 more beehives is the question. Okay. And just for a moment, I was struggling, like I'm struggling with the mouse again. I don't know why. I do have another campfire. So this will give me 5 beehives on the wall. And from there, I'll decide later if I want to do more. I'm probably gonna want like a big bee nest and stuff, you know, big like bee farm at some point. Seriously? My mouse just almost like completely stopped working there for a moment. Seriously, this one bee. Like, what is your problem? Okay, but really, my mouse is actually, like, not working right now. Maybe it does need to charge. Maybe I should do some work to, like, reset the USB, like where I have my USBs at, so that I can like just keep it plugged in at all times or something. I don't know. Well, I'm going to assume that this means that I need to charge my mouse. And if I need to charge my mouse, then that means that I've got to just kind of leave it to charge. So, this seems like a good spot to stop at for now. So, with that, I hope that you have all enjoyed. Let me see, if I plug this in, and then I, like, use my mouse, does it, like, work normally? Kinda. I mean, I'm struggling with the freaking cord at the moment, but beyond that, like, it's working fine. So, yeah, see, now I'm just struggling with the cord. Sorry, kitty cat. I didn't mean to smack you. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, feel free to subscribe. You can check the playlist for more episodes of the series. These are streamed. These are streamed, of course, over on twitch.tv/Serene Inc. Feel free to come on out, hang out, chat, and so on. Eventually, there will be